After squeezing the final droplets of potential intrigue from their stay in Suffolk, the cast are back in London for the series finale. Just when panic was about to set in that Mark Francis wasn't going to turn up this season, here he is, champagne at the ready for new mum Victoria and her baby daughter, Gaia Grace. Mark Francis approves of the name with its alliterated G's. Ideal for luggage and letterheads, you see. Victoria asks him to be the godfather and he accepts. "I'm going to turn her into a monster," he promises. From new life full of potential and promise to battered hopes and devastated dreams, Rez is with Sam, discussing his breakup with Ruby. Apparently things are so dire that Hef's crying at cats and dogs on TV and he can't bring himself to eat even a banana. Hes also upset because he can't ring up Ruby anymore and say hey baby girl, nor brush his teeth next to her. Given that Ruby moved about 4 houses away from Reza while in Suffolk to live with the tricep trio, despite them still being a couple, it doesn't seem likely that they've brushed their teeth next to each other for at least 3 months. Emily has moved from fantasies of child-rearing to dreams of dog-sitting. Ali and Gareth let her take Bear, with strict instructions never to feed him garlic, strawberries, or peppers, all staples of a dog's diet, surely, and she heads home with him to see Harvey. Bear cannot stick Harvey, it would seem, as he hides under the table and on a chair. Then again, poor Bear is passed around a lot, so he probably finds it hard to trust anyone in this life other than himself. Oh good. The tricep trio have brought their group name with them back to London. And here they are, in the park, working out. Because, in case you didn't know, they are into exercise. Julius is terrified their bond will be obliterated by the day-to-day of metropolitan life. "I don't like other people being around us," he says, secretly hopeful that Freedom Day will be pushed back a month. Oh look, he got his wish. Sophie meets up with Fred to inform him she and Tom Zanetti are toast. "We were incompatible," she says. This is a bit like saying lockdowns are quite annoying, such is its obviousness. Sophie becomes upset, having opened up to Tom. "I am disappointed with my own judgment," she says. Fred insists she has never looked more beautiful and that he will always be here for her. "Prince Charmings will come and go, but I will always be here," he says. "Get together already guys." For some weird reason, Miva asks Ruby and Deloise if they'd like to clear the air. After luring them into a false sense of security with this faux sentiment, she starts badgering Ruby about her breakup with Reza. "It's not because of Miles," Ruby lies. "I don't like how he flirts with me," she lies some more. Miles and Ruby spend the rest of the episode claiming they don't fancy each other, which is absolutely pointless and not kidding anyone. Even a blind, deaf person would not believe this. Reza, meanwhile, goes wild for some Garden of Eden metaphors, comparing Miles to Eve and Ruby to the forbidden fruit. "A snake in the grass can always navigate around no matter how long the grass is," he adds. Tristan decides it's up to him to have a word with Miles, which is weird. He sits him down like some sort of stern guidance counselor. Miles continues to insist he isn't interested in Ruby. This makes no sense as he is essentially CK blocking himself and would save everyone a lot of time if he just admitted it. It's like Hess gaslighting all the viewers at once. He is Charles Boyer and we are all Ingrid Bergman. Motherhood and godfatherhood have changed Victoria and Mark Francis so much that they're sitting on a park bench and being pedestrian. The tricep trio go for drinks with Eloise and Ruby. Miles and Ruby obviously end up sat alone and start beating around the bush about fancying each other. It's all done via smirks and side glances, and lingering sips from frosted tumblers. Now that you're single, what type of guy are you looking for? Miles asks. Hess like a Bond villain. All Hess missing is an overly large white cat and a wingback chair. Guys who are tall, dark and handsome, Ruby says. Yeah, we are great, Miles says. Miles, you're not that tall to be fair. B. So pretending you are only interested in Ruby as a friend lasted, what, 7 minutes? They agree to go on a date and we all want our money back, despite not having paid anything. Made in Chelsea returns to E4 later in the year.